Hey guys, here we are today to learn how to make WCAP, water soluble calcium phosphate. WCAP is the dissolving or micronizing of calcium phosphate found in bones, charcoal bones, into vinegar to make them highly plant available. So, we're going to show you how to cook them, and then we're going to show you exactly how they are to look, and then we're going to dissolve them in vinegar and show you that whole process. So, first let's show cooking. Here we are, and we are tending to our bones. I'll show you exactly what we're looking for, but I just wanted to give you a picture of what it looked like to be working on your cow bones, getting them ready for WCAP. All right, now that you've seen cooking, let's get to the real details of what this looks like to make the right material. So here we have 3 phases of burnt. This is ideal. It's black all the way through, and so we've compromised the organic matter down to kind of its mineral content. And you see that kind of solid black color all the way through. It's real brittle where I can just kind of crush and break bone in my hands. This is where we want to be, and this is ideal. This piece is almost too charcoal, so it's not yet finished. It's on its way to being finished. You'll see how it's still kind of a burnt bone color, kind of brownish. This will be charcoal if you leave it on the fire a little longer. This is no good. If you put this in with vinegar, you'll get a kind of rotting smell. It'll kind of putrefy because that organic matter will just start fermenting, and we need to burn off all the organic matter to get it ready. This piece is too far done. So you can see it's white on the outside and still a little bit blackish gray on the inside. This one has gone to ash. So we've gone past the mineral part and just kind of consumed or burned up all these minerals into ash. This will make really weak water soluble calcium phosphate, where a lot of the calcium phosphate has just been kind of destroyed in this ash making process. So ideally you want to be over here at this nice black through and through finished piece. And what happens is, because all the organic matter has been compromised and it's down to its mineral content, and it's kind of basic or alkaline, when we stick this with the vinegar, the acid of the vinegar and the basic nature of this will react, and we'll get a very micronized particle of calcium phosphate, which we'll use on our plants. All right, let's see how to do that. So, the ratio of adding burnt bone to our vinegar is 1 part burnt bone to 10 parts vinegar, approximately. So, in your head, divide this up into 10 and fill the first part with a level of bone, and then some of the vinegar will fill in on that, and then the rest of it we fill with vinegar. So, as simple as that. If you have a little too much bone, that's okay. Already that vinegar is reacting with the bone. You can see it bubbling there. It's kind of effervescent. That'll keep going for a while. And I can add a touch more vinegar, but I'm not going to. Cover this with a paper towel and leave it for at least 5 days. But we can leave it a little bit longer. I almost always leave this longer because there's nothing in this process that gets hurt with it being left a little longer. As soon as you can kind of shake it and it stops bubbling, it's probably done. So it takes at least 5 days. Just leave it no matter what for 5 days, but feel free to leave it longer. It's just going to process more of that, and there's nothing wrong with that. When you're done, what we'll do is just pour this off through a strainer, and the finished product is the liquid, and the solids, this leftover bone that's going to be all mushy and kind of powdery, that you can throw under a plant or throw under a tree and it'll only be good. But the liquid that's now kind of will be a tinged of a gray color, just store that in a bottle. This you can seal if you want. It doesn't have to be stored in a breathable lid, and that's ready to use. And we dilute WCAP 1 to 1,000. So we can look at some of the solutions that you can make with WCAP in some of the other videos. That's how we make WCAP. We'll see you in a little bit. Hey guys, beautiful evening to strain WCAP. It's been 10 days and it's all finished. Super simple strain process. I got a jug here with a strainer. It's just a fine mesh on the inside of my strainer. That's just to catch any bones and keep the particle size really small in our WCAP. And it's as simple as this. Dump it in. Now we got a jug full of WCAP. Don't throw away this material though. This is great for your garden or under your trees. The microbes will just mine the rest of the material in that bone and make it available to your plants. Thanks for watching how to make WCAP. See you again. To use this, you spray at a rate, or you put it in your sprays at a rate about 1 to 1,000. So 1 part WCAP, which is your liquid, remember. This is our product. You can store this in a sealable container. Put the lid on it. If you used a living vinegar, you might want to keep the lid breathable, but if you use a store-bought like we did this time, a brown rice vinegar, then seal the lid. And that's shelf stable for a long time, but throw this on your plants. Alright, thanks for watching. See you later.